I don't think you can stop the giant skeleton. The giant skeleton's getting really close. We can clone up the giant skeleton. Oh no, it's happening again, guys. It's happening again. Hey, what's up, guys? It's CirTagCR and here back in with this giant skeleton balloon clone deck to crush all of your opponent's dreams. Every single one of the cards inside this deck is a bait card, especially with the clone. Your opponent will be having to zap balloons and giant skeletons, and that will not make them feel very good when they have to still deal with the firecracker, skeleton army, and bats coming at them. In Double Elixir, when you rage and clone up your balloons and giant skeletons and get death damage on your opponent's tower, you will be taking them out in seconds. So let's go jump straight to some ladder games and assert some dominance. And a huge shout out to all of you guys that are using credit code SirTag. All money made from credit code SirTag supports the channel in a huge way. It allows me to upload daily videos while I take full-time college courses. So thank you guys for supporting me and helping me grow the channel. I really appreciate it. We got a game here. We're gonna go for giant skeleton in the back and we're gonna see what's happening. Definitely want to sauce out a good luck, and this guy's gonna go for a P.E.K.K.A to kick it open. So what I can do here is I can go for a balloon with this giant skeleton and clone it all up. So what happens is the giant skeleton, the cloned one, pushes the other one closer to the tower. If you don't know, now you know. Look at that giant skeleton. It's actually going to reach the tower now. I love doing that. There is no better feeling than pushing a giant skeleton to its fullest potential, quite literally.
Push me!
So that's why this deck is toxic. You guys thought the clone was toxic just as a general play, like you thought it's gimmicky. Well, if you didn't know about the giant skeleton pushing the second one, that's the reason why this deck is fun to play. That's the reason why this deck is toxic, and that's why I love it. So we're going to be able to probably go in for another giant skeleton again whenever we want. So I'm just going to bats here. We'll see if he zaps. I love seeing zaps on bats because if you do that, then you have nothing for the giant skeleton again. I'm just going to do the same thing, man. It worked out last time, so why not? All right, we got to log that as soon as it starts to dash, and then we can firecracker as well. So the barbs are going to die. You don't get any value from that whatsoever. And, in fact, you're going to give me a little bit more love because now we have the giant skeleton and firecracker on top of your P.E.K.K.A. Okay, so he's not going to let the giant skeleton cross the river. He has learned his lesson. He's like, Jake, that was toxic. That's not allowed. Get out of here with those giant skeletons near my tower. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go for the P.E.K.K.A at the river so you can't cross. But now he's going to go for like an Electro Wizard, and then we can go for bats on top of that immediately. So then the balloon still gets damage. I think the balloon still gets death damage at least, bare minimum, right? Oh, no, it's not. That was really well played on his end. But I can still go for an Electro Wizard counter with our giant skeleton really far away and never land. And I can just rage everything up, bro. I know you're going to be raging soon. I won't blame you either. I would probably be raging if I was running against this deck. Okay, so I think he zapped, or did he not zap? We'll see. I mean, the skeleton army will show if you zapped or not, brother. And that is going to be a very dead magic archer. So I can log here, and I can go for a balloon, expect them to go for an Electro Wizard again, so I can go in for our firecracker here, and then clone it all up, and then rage. I just need to get some death damage here. That's all I need in life, guys. Nothing else matters. So, obviously, if you want to continuously spam, we can go for a log, follow up with a giant skeleton so your magic archer doesn't lock on, and then we go in for another skeleton army. So magic archer falls. Wait, we didn't finish off the tower just yet, but it's pretty darn close, guys. The other good thing that we can do is we can go for a mirror firecracker, or not mirror firecracker, but we can just firecracker spam our way to victory too. So there's so many different things. There's so many combinations. That was the most desperate P.E.K.K.A I've ever seen in my life, but I love it. So I'm going to rage up my balloon. I'm going to get that towards the tower, and all we need is death damage, guys. And that's the beauty of this deck. You can find damage no matter the situation, no matter what your opponent's deck is. And at the start of the game, it shows its true toxicity. When you surprise your opponent with a giant skeleton clone and you get that first giant skeleton towards the tower, the game is pretty much over right then and there. All right, guys, we had a game here. We're going to sauce out a good luck and we're going to see what's happening. This man is going to go in for a bandit right out of the gate. So he's wasting no time spamming ahead with all of his fury. So he's going to be furious as soon as he sees the firecracker. I'm so psyched for this. The firecracker in the back. Now we know that he's either going to end up having a beatdown deck or a balloon deck with the bandit, which is really weird. But sometimes people run bandit balloon. So he's going to P.E.K.K.A in the back. Wait, guys, can we just go in for the rage and get the giant skeleton closer to his tower? I don't think you can stop the giant skeleton. The giant skeleton's getting really close. We can clone up the giant skeleton. Oh no, it's happening again, guys. It's happening again. I love this game. Every single time that your opponent's got bridge spam, little do they know that the best bridge spam in the world is giant skeleton.
The power of the Dragon Scroll is mine. It's nothing.
Meanwhile.
Oh my god, this deck is so fun to play. I love it. 4 giant skeletons on the King Tower. He had no business stopping that at all. All right, so we got a game against Cruise Control. What is happening, dude? America. I can't say that with a straight face. What is going on, though, brother? When it sauce out of good luck, and if you spam me, we've got Giant Skeleton. Well, we really love seeing you drop a Spear Goblin Hut in the lowest possible placement, and it does not pull my balloon. So I'm ready to make you pull out all your hair, brother. I'm going to go in for the balloon in the left-hand lane as soon as you cycle something on that Giant Skeleton. So there we go. Going in for the balloon. Make him rage like a savage. I don't even know if we have to rage. I don't think so. It's just going to get enough damage. He's going to fireball it. Oh, if we rage, we would get a hit. I don't think it's worth it, though. I just want to force out some more elixir and see what else he's going to do. When we see Fireball, Valkyrie, and Baby Dragon, this can't be Graveyard, right? Wait, what? Oh, my gosh. Ladder, what are you doing to me right now? This man's going to have Goblin Barrel Baby Dragon. I have never seen such an abomination, says the person that runs Giant Skeleton Firecracker Clone. But you know what, guys? Sometimes people are even crazier than me. So I can go for the clone with the Giant Skeleton here if I really want to. I think the Firecracker is going to die, but maybe the Giant Skeleton stays alive a little bit longer. Come on, Giant Skeleton. Big Larry, give him the huge scary. Oh, if only, guys. If only I had, like, logged and then went in for the clone, that would have been even more stupendous. But we know that he loses the Valkyrie. Doesn't lose his tower. Might lose his mind, though, if he goes in for another really low Goblin Hut. We'll see if he does it. I really want to. Come on, man. Just do it. Oh, he's doing it again. He did not learn his lesson. If you don't learn your lesson, you're going to be a very sad panda soon, sir. So remember, last time he firebolt on top of the balloon. We could rage it up and get the hit now. So is it worth it? Probably, right? He might go for a Baby Dragon here. We'll see if he fireballs this time. Are you going to Baby Dragon? You're going to fireball, and then we go for the rage, and we get the hit. So that's clean. That is definitely going to give me the connection, brother. So if you want to drop anything else, that's also fine, because we can go for a skeleton army, shut down the remnants of your skeletons, or your spear goblins, and then log on top. Oh, I thought that was a little further back. He bamboozled me. I pride myself on having the eyes of a hawk, but today, guys, we got absolutely swooped up like we were the prey. Guys, we were absolutely swooped up like we were just roadkill right there. He was the hawk. And this is not good right now. So I could go in for a giant skeleton in the back, or I could go for a balloon. I think we go in for the balloon again and just rage it up. Because every single time he just goes for a fireball. I don't know why you do that, but you're going to fireball and spear goblins now. Maybe that's going to be enough. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so I can go in for a giant skeleton here. Definitely shut this down with the bats on top of the baby dragon. And then go for a skeleton army on top of the remnants of your barrel. Unless you don't want a barrel. I mean, I guess that's a play too. Guys, why does he never drop his spear goblin hut on defense against the balloon? Does he not realize that he needs it? You eventually will need it. Oh my gosh, Firecracker, you missed all the spear goblins. What are you doing? You had one shot, Firecracker. It's okay. I think we still have it on lock, guys. I'm going to log all those goblins. Not going to take any damage here. Okay, Firecracker, you got this. I believe in you. You will not miss the spear goblins. You'll allow me to break through with the balloon. He's finally realized that he needs to go in for a defensive sequence with the spear goblin hut. But if I go for a clone here, we can push the balloon into the tower, and that will be enough. 2 death bombs is better than 1, and that is way more fun. GG, well played and peace out, brother. It was a pleasure playing against you. All right, we got a game against Nova Ali. What is up, my dude? We're sauced out of good luck here, and we're going to see what's cooking in this man's kitchen. Well, right out of the gate, he goes in for a mini pack. He's like, Jake, you're wondering what I have? Well, I'm going to show you what I'm really like. He's going to zap me as well. I need to log it back. It still gets a hit, but we stop it from getting 2 hits. So disrupting that mini P.E.K.K.A animation feels pretty good. And I can go for a giant skeleton in the back because, you know, he doesn't actually have his zapping cycle. So if I go in for a firecracker with a giant skeleton, maybe, I can go in for the clone. That's what I'm hoping for right now. Sometimes this works out and just wins you the game. So we'll see if it happens here. Actually, I can go for the balloon because he's going to go pull that right into the wizard. Dude, what are you doing? You absolute savage. You have so much splash damage and you got zapped. But the bad thing for you is the balloon is going to connect to your tower whether you like it or not. And the firecracker is still alive too. So I can go for a skeleton army here. Usually I don't do this, but I think it's the appropriate play. Just get that electro wizard away from my firecracker, force out more elixir. And I don't think he... Oh, wow. What the... You're going to have Mega Knight too? Oh, my gosh. Wait, the giant skeleton was so close to the tower. Come on, man. You're playing with my feeling out here, man. You were so close, yet you didn't want to get that damage. You were about to light the torch, but eventually it just got snuffed, man. So, Mini Pack is going to be able to get damage on top of the giant skeleton to the point that we won't be able to get that hit. But, you know, we're still in the lead, so... Mega Knight with Giant. I don't understand how people come up with these decks, but if I was playing against a Mega Knight Giant deck with Mini P.E.K.K.A, I would be furious if I was rating 2.6 Hog Rider. So maybe that's the reason why he's playing it. So I'm going to go in for a Balloon and a Firecracker here. We'll see what he does. I could also maybe even go in for Bats because he might Electro Wizard on this. Yeah, he goes in for the Electro Wizard, so I want that Balloon to connect. I really want that Balloon to get more damage. So if the Electro Wizard is preoccupied with the Bats, we can kill it and we can get that connection. So this is really good. We could have been in an even better spot if the Firecracker was in our hand right now, but, you know, sometimes we make misplays. I just shouldn't have cycled the Firecracker. And Giant Skeleton Death Bomb is going to be stupendous upon your Sparky. So you're definitely going to zap the Skeleton Army. I don't think there's any way of me getting value out of this, but, okay, yeah, you're going to go and do that. I can go in for the log. Maybe, just maybe, not get 3-crowned by this and get enough value with our Giant Skeleton on the Sparky to make it worthwhile. With 37 seconds remaining, this guy is pumping up still. I don't understand, but I love it. So I'm going to go for a Balloon here. Your Sparky's going to pull, but if I rage up my Balloon, this is going to be brutal for you, my man. You are not going to be able to stop that. We are taking the tower, and you dropped a Collector behind your tower. What are you doing? Do you not see where the Balloon is headed? It is going straight paved pathway towards your tower and on top of the Glacier Collector immediately after. I love this deck. It is so much fun to play. He's going in for another Collector. 8 seconds remaining. I don't know what this guy is doing, but he is absolutely fundamentally insane. So, you know what we do to insane people? We go in for the rage, make him rage a little bit harder, and walk away with the W. GG, well played, and peace out. It might have been a little bit better to use that Collector on defense against the Balloon to pull it. But, sir, you had other plans. All right, guys, we got a game against Nikki. What is up? What is going on? So, if I'm able to go for a log here, maybe we'll bait out some Elixir. No, okay. I wish I had Balloon because you just dropped a building, and that would have not pulled my Balloon, bro. I feel like every single time that you need a card the most, in ladder, you never get it in your starting hand. If only we had Balloon, and then its last possible card. Right when we needed it most, it disappeared for 100 years. The Avatar Part 2. So I can log this, or I could Firecracker. I think Firecracker's slightly better, just because the Death Bomb's going to do a lot of damage to those Spear Goblins anyway, and you're not going to be able to catch up to the Firecracker. She's going to speed away, and you won't be able to catch her money heist. So I think at this point, you might... Dude, I think you're going to have Balloon. I think you're actually going to have Balloon, but you didn't account for the fact that I could have Balloon. What's going on? Why would you not think that it's a possibility if you run it? So if you're going to go for a Bar Barrel, that's fine. You pull back the Giant Skeleton, and now you don't have the best answer to the Skeleton Army. Assuming he doesn't have another small spell, we are vibing with the Giant Skeleton, parading with the Skeleton Army. So that's going to lock and load on top of the Spear Goblin Hut. It dies, and then we Balloon it. So this is phenomenal, actually. So I could Balloon Bats, and we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I'm going to Balloon Bats, and then if he drops anything on defense, we can rage it all up. Maybe even go in for a clone afterward and double Elixir. And I love the fact that the Heal Spirit doesn't kill Bats anymore. Doesn't that just make you happy, guys? All the Elixir Golem players and all the Balloon Rare Recruits players that use Heal Spirit, they lose when you go for Bats on offense. And that is how you assert dominance, baby. Feels so good. I know, I feel very malevolent right now. I'm like that horrible villain from the Disney movie that you guys are never rooting for. Or your kid is just like looking at it and being like, I hope they go and burn in a fire of eternal flames. But you know, right now, guys, we are not in that fire. His tower is going to be burning up real soon because it's closer to 666 than mine is. And maybe I can even go for a Skeleton Army in the middle. Yeah, he's going to fireball me, so we're in a really good spot. I could potentially go for a Balloon on the right-hand side as well again and follow up with my Bats. I need to log those Rare Recruits because Spear Goblins, they're going to start ganging up on me, and we don't appreciate that. So I want to go for the clone here because we get more Bats. More Bats equals more wins, right? And all this stuff is going to go into the Death Bomb anyway, right? Besides the, man, if only the Ceiling Fan walked into that too. So I can go in for a Giant Skeleton and a Skeleton Army again. So many Skeletons, guys, and we're digging him into a grave. Guys, it's surprising that he's not running Graveyard after this, honestly. He is very, very sad. All we have to do is go in for the Firecracker. Oh, we can Rage and clone up Firecrackers to win the game, too. So even though we don't have an immediate way of breaking through, if we clone up a Firecracker, is that going to win us the game? Like, literally, the Firecracker just needs to stay alive, and then it could pierce through and do enough damage. Or we could Rage this up, and I'm pretty sure one of those would get death damage. Oh, it was really close. Will the Ceiling Fan die this time? I think so. Yes! At least we get the small victories like that one. We're going to Firecracker again. He could go in for another Rare Recruits and then go in for a Bar Barrel. So we're going to wait for the Bar Barrel, and we're going to go for a Skeleton Army after that. We'll see if he decides to or not. Guess you're just gonna lose everything. What are you doing, dude? You're gonna lose all of your stuff right now. Every single ounce of your fiber that is spammed in the other lane is just gonna be gone. You will never see it again. We're gonna rage up the balloon, we'll solidly sight out another firecracker, and we will get the death damage, right? Come on, that is so close. We can't be denied. That's what I'm talking about. Feels so good walking away with the win. You have so many ways of chipping away at your opponent's tower, and it probably frustrates them to no end, knowing that they have to defend against the firecrackers and the death bombs every single time.